Hopefully. I mean, it's a little bit different in the jungle. I think you need to control the pace a little bit heavier. And Wowy's typically a hunter player, so I'm not exactly sure how that's going to translate to the jungle. I don't know how much experience he has in it, but none of Eager really doesn't seem like they want to switch roles too much. I think it would have been interesting to see Zapman in the jungle role. That would have been interesting.
Let's see what they do, because we're going to pick some bans for game 2 here. Enemy did take game 1, and we'll see if Eager can try and answer back with their substitute. DJ Pentecost unavailable for this one after his disconnect issues. I don't know exactly what's going on with that. We'll find out probably after this broadcast.
Eager here, first pick this time, so the sides have switched. They could leave Fafnir open for themselves. I think Aror is probably one of those players that really like it. A lot of strong engage tools. Also that kind of built-in sanctuary in his kit when it comes to transforming into the dragon can be timed very well as CC immunity and kind of like this purification sanctuary combo.
I always feel the way enemy are and the way most teams are now, if you're going to be second pick here, if you're against first pick opposition, you ban Fafnir, you ban Nemesis. They're the big two for me. But that does allow a lot of things to get through if your opposition do not ban them.
Raijin, Susano, so many options. You know what I was surprised at last game is that enemy banned Janus. Just because of how dominating Khaos was at the Epsilon Invitational, for them to ban it away themselves and instead go the Raijin was interesting. Obviously, it was the composition.
More for me, it was the Agni.
What was picked first, the Raijin or the Fenrir? Do you recall?
I believe Raijin was ahead.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, because like Raijin has a really good matchup against Fenrir. He can, you know, mez out the brutalize as well as potentially thunder crash away if he gets in a little bit of trouble. So I thought that might have been it, but instead though,
well, there's the
Janus.
Nemesis. I expected that, and they have to strip that one away from Khaos. They can't give it to him and give it to Best as well. And Best got pulled last split was mainly Scylla, mainly Zeus, but we saw the game on Zeus there. Got focused a lot in that game. Scylla not being considered as much just lately.
Yeah, I mean Scylla, you know, without Power Pot, her clear kind of goes back to what it was before, where she really struggles in the early game, so you kind of got to build her online. You need to make sure you have a very aggressive jungler and solo lane kind of paired with that so you can find those advantages and get her to farm up to the position that she can dominate in.
Well, you mentioned solo lane, Erlang Shen one more time from Marauder this time, and Fearno more than likely going to be going back to that Sol, although it is still a flex pick.
And yeah, Sol's a flex pick here, but it is a very safe flex pick no matter what. I think this is something that they can default onto Fearno. We saw how well he did. And Zapman's actually picked up the Ho-Yi, which is very, I mean...
He got banned last game.
Ho-Yi is a playmaking god.
And I think that's what Eager's looking for. They've got Wowy instead of DJ Pernicus here, because we also see Divios hasn't gone Rav in this game. He's drafted Bellona early. It shows me that Eager are trying to make things happen because they know they can't rely on DJ to be the engage for the team.
And Eager last game, actually, they first picked Robin, right? Or picked it up in that very early position. And then they weren't scared of Marauders Erlang Shen, it seemed, although enemy wasted no time picking it up. This time, Divios has the option to pick what he wants into Marauder.
Look at the bans from Eager here, all focused towards Shattered in the jungle. Susano, Thor, and Ratatoska all taken away.
Alquang's still up, surprisingly enough. We could see Eager look to ban it away in this position here. And there's a couple, I mean, Alquang is very strong here. I don't know, I guess the Athena ban there. I mean, I don't see where Alquang doesn't work in this composition. It's very strong against all these characters just because he can 100-0 burst Janus.
You gotta be careful
before he can get through portals.
Well, also Agni and Alquang, if you go all the way back to Worlds Season 1, we saw the Fnatic boys of old run that composition in the mid lane, had it run against them by Titan when they did scrims for you guys at home. But Agni dashes in, stuns, and sets Alquang up for the kills potentially in the early game.
It is, you do have to worry, right? Agni's pressure is a little bit better now that Purple Pot's not in the meta.
It's true.
Or it's not that it's better, it's that it's not as bad. And Alquang can get behind just like an Ares or, you know, just like a Zeus if things don't get rolling off early. So they probably don't want to risk getting invaded, especially against the global power of the Janus.
And the Agni coming back as well. It's also because the junglers don't end up in mid lane right at that first wave, which has happened a lot previously.
What a good pick. What a good pick on the Odin, right? Not only are you going to be able to negate the healing coming out of Erlang Shen ult as well as the conviction from Guan Yu, but those two and Agni cannot escape the cage. They've also banned away Susano, Thor, Ratatosker, all who have options to get out. So now Shattered forced to go into the Fenrir.
I mean, you can't really look at I guess you can look at Alquang there, but you don't really want to when there's an Odin on the table. So go for the Fenrir instead. Aror going for Odin though is a very aggressive dual lane from Eager here, and they've given Wowy in the jungle this game because they've not got DJ Pernicus. A very safe all-round jungle.
Yeah, I mean, Batz is one of those gods where no matter what, you can just press 4 and B5, and it is Zapman in the jungle. Yes, I love this. So they gave Wowy his best God in Hou-Yi. And I almost thought this was going to happen because it was picked up so early. This is such a brilliant move because Zapman actually is probably one of those players that could transition into a jungle position. He was actually debating it very heavily at the start of this season if he wanted to stick with Hunter or move in to the jungle.
And normally when he's chilling on his stream as well, if you've tuned into that, he will go into the jungle sometimes and play some gods. And, well, he's going to be playing the Batz this game. He's a very all-round jungler, as we said. It's still going to be the same sort of style. But at the same time,
I'm so happy.
Giving Wowy the duo lane in the Hunter position, probably a wise idea here.
No, it's making sure Wowy is comfortable, and Zapman is this player that can flex into anything. In last game, he didn't really have too much of an impact, and that's because he played the Neath, right? That's mostly you're setting up for DJ Pernicus and TheBest to do well.
It's such a good idea from Eager, though, to actually just use what they can. You know, they realize, damn, we've not got DJ, but let's just go with what we can. We'll make a new plan and try and adjust. And in this style this time around, it's pretty much everybody's in carry pants mode here.
So we have seen this not go well in the past, and I'm going to go way back to, I believe it was the summer or spring it was the summer finals of last year, and Barracuda was sick. And they actually had Omega switch into the Hunter role, and they used Mackie, who is a solo laner, and their coach at the time, in the solo lane. Although that did not go as planned. The question is Zapman going to be able to keep up with Shattered's pace?
Well, we'll find out, because at the moment he's doing blue buff at the same time as enemy. We've just cleared theirs as well. And Zap's going to head towards mid lane here and get those right-hand harpies by the looks of it best, with a bit of pressure over Khaos early on. As in the right-hand side, Shattered has stayed in the solo lane to apply some pressure there instead.
Mid-camps here are going to go the way of Eager, and it's really going to be a question about if they're going to be in trouble here at these fire rallies, as they have spawned, and Eager just give up pressure as Erlang, Shen, and the Fenrir are able to rotate in for that 3v3.
But Eager get off to a good start here. We're getting the left-hand harpies as well, although in the duo side of things, enemy continue where they left off. Last game, they were pressuring very heavily. They're doing the same again.
Well, I mean, it's Guan you sold at this point. And Aror can jump in and try and get pressure back, but it can be risky in a lot of situations. You can see he was basically completely ignored, did good poke to the minions, and they're already healed back up because of conviction.
Good little response from enemy here. Because they lost both sets of harpies in the mid, they pushed the mid wave down, and they managed to steal away the back harpies there just to even things out a little bit more.
Khaos is in love right now because he's like, wait, I'm Agni, and I'm actually able to steal away back harpies this game? What is going on?
A little bit off the mark from Shattered there with the Unchained, unless he was actually looking for the clear, which I guess is the stage at the moment. Bit of a brutalize coming out on TheBest, looking for a reaction. No reaction out of TheBest.
Shattered there got a little bit scared himself. Make sure to cancel that brutalize so he doesn't get pulled under the tower. So just trying to poke for now.
Was that a reaction thing more than anything that Shattered was looking for? It felt like that to me, like he wanted to see what TheBest would do.
I mean, it's still a little bit of poke, right? And it will add up. Maybe, you know, Best panics and forces his potion early, and it, you know, he doesn't have it for a time he really needs because it's going to tick him past, you know, that full health mark. I mean, maybe, right? Who knows?
We tuned into the two subs a little bit earlier on, but we do see Odin here on Aror actually picked up Blink this game again, just like he did the last game on the Ares up against the Guan Yu and the Meditation. Obviously, that ring will reduce all healing 100%.
I think this is going to be the same story from Eager, where they're going to utilize Auror's Blink to try and pick off either
But they're going to utilize the Janus ultimate
right
now. Sorry to cut you up, because the Janus and Batz are coming round, overextending the enemy right now, and they're looking at the substitute Fearno. Already, though, Disapparate used.
Zap's not 5, though.
Still looking for more.
Zap needs to hit 5 here to get Fearno evil, but it's not online just yet. Good stun by Wowy here. Zapman in pressure, and he actually teleports to the minion, but Pain chases him down with the help of Fearno.
4 members commit from Eager. Good rotation from them, but it's not enough to get the kill, and in the end, the jungler falls.
Highlight over Zapman when he spawns. I want to know how close he was to level 5 there. Absolutely beautiful play by enemy, and he needed like 3 minions. 3 minions, he would have been 5 there.
I think the call was great from Eager to rotate, because enemy were just pushing up over and over again. You catch them overextended just a little bit quicker, because Best was 5 already, and they just didn't pull out.
I mean, it's PainDeViande in that meditation, just doing so. I'm not sure if the meditation was popped in lane or in that fight. I'm going to assume it was in that fight, because Fearno already back up to full health very quickly, and just a really good job by enemy from not panicking. Enemy didn't panic.
Little bait from enemy here, and there's a cavalry charge immediately. Blink from Aror, and Wowy's going to disengage too. But Aror was looking at going back in, so he's going to get shredded heavily by the Supernova. Fearno get credited with a second kill of the game. The double bounce. Looking to answer back, and will do so.
Overall, though, that's going to be dead even. Both supports fall. Both hunters get the kill. Really well played by both teams, right? First enemy have this perfect bait. All right, Aror already used his jump. I bet you he comes and checks his boards because we're rotating into the jungle. Cavalry charge immediately responds with the blink. Perfect. But then he stays a little bit too long. He kind of looks around instead of retreating straight to the tower. Gets hit by the last connecting hit of Guan Yu. Stunned out straight into the Supernova, and the just beautifully placed by Fearno. Not only gets the knock-up, but it connects all the follow-up hits.
I'm looking at the map right now, and you can see Zapman has picked up the red buff on the left-hand side that he stole, because I believe he's got stolen the right-hand side by Shattered. And Shattered going to steal away the blue buff as well. Give it over to Marauder, so the invade on the right-hand side successful for enemy.
Jump in. Oh, by Shattered finds 2 people stunned here. Best going to be forced to Purify, and there goes the Fearno Evil. Just trying to keep his mid laner alive, but Khaos over the wall finds the Agni bombs.
You can't stop the bombs, and now because of that, Zapman forced out as well, forced to Purify. In comes Divios over a very big bludgeon. There's no dash away available for Khaos for a second. One more hit needed.
There we go.
Aror connects the kill, and the Divios ult on cooldown now.
Divios a little bit unaware of what the cooldown on that dash was. Holds everything perfectly, though, and those bludgeons are connecting for so much damage.
Divios out of mana here. Marauder looking to pressure. Doesn't have his ultimate available, however. And there's the come in from Shattered as well, looking for the pickup kill. But he's diving deep, and Divios will trade that kill out. Ring drop by Aror is now coming in. It's Wowy.
The ult is there, and here comes Best as well through the wall. Wow, he finds it. We're already straight back into it. Subs or not, Eager and enemy are playing at such a high level. And both the subs are hunters. They're both at 2-0 and 0.
Both making impacts in
this game.
It
doesn't look like they have subs. It really doesn't.
No, and you may think about Zapman being in the jungle this game, not in the hunter role. Big impact for both these teams so far. 4-4, less than 6 minutes in. That's more than a kill a minute.
600 gold separate them. That's it, right? I mean, this has just been back and forth, and I think that's because enemy got the first blood, so they got that little extra lead. Khaos here just going to try and poke out Zapman as much as possible. He doesn't care about the turn poke because of the Guan Yu. Something we didn't talk about yet is the Gold Fury, and I think enemy actually wanted to go for early Gold Furies. You look at the comps they drafted, Khaos and Fearno have very good Mage Burst ultimates that can secure it, as well as the Wrath coming out from Shattered, but they haven't had that opportunity just yet.
They've got to be a little bit careful of the best, though, because that through space and time can bring the whole team there.
Fearno
and even through the ring as well, but right-hand side, Ragnarok used onto Divios. He has Eagle's Rally as the pin's going to pin him in place, as you can expect. Good decide for him. He's still trying to hold the Eagle's Rally, and he may actually still be able to get out of this one, but no, the stun from Unchained, and there's the Eagle's Rally as the Berserker Barrage, but still going in. Marauder will secure it with a pin.
Auror's made the rotation, but a little bit too late. Here's the rest of the team, though, and Fearno Evil off the mark. The jump by Shattered. The cage is going to keep him in, and he is going to fall eventually.
And great bombs over the wall from Khaos to secure the kill. Auror forced to leap back away. Best was looking for the pick, but the dash in time from PainDeViande will keep him alive. And now the tier 1 tower under threat.
That timing is very hard to kind of figure out, right? Dropping the portal straight into the ultimate because there is that long wind-up charge. I believe I heard a dash from Agni on that speed buff, and Marauder's just going to combine for the stolen buff. But his dash is down, and Divios has found him.
He teleported round into middle lane, and now Diva's going to come out just in time, but luckily Khaos will get away, and Marauder there to support his teammate as well.
That pin, so crucial in not only keeping your team alive, but also being able to chase down kills. We've seen it multiple times, in not only the first game, but even this game as well, 7 minutes in. 7 minutes in.
This
does not feel like 7 minutes. I'm like, we're 20 minutes into this game right now.
Not all for now, but everybody's still going at it. No real leads in any lane. Even the Hunters are even after their rotations in this game. But I think the biggest difference, even the junglers are in the same spot.
It's really the solo lane, but I mean, Divios has been really crucial into combining for some kills in those mid lane fights, right? We've seen his rotation, the bludgeons just doing so much damage. And remember, we haven't seen Bellona in a long time, and Divios picked it into Erlang Shen.
He picked it early as well. He really wanted to pick that one, get it online for his team.
Nice.
Looks like in the jungle, you're going to see the Ragnarok, but the bombs are still good enough to secure it for Khaos. The ring will not stop that.
And this is what kind of DJ wanted to do last game, where they pick off the support player who doesn't have purification, going much better, though, for enemy, where they're able to find people, and a nice stun. Best makes it through his portal, but just barely.
I mean, he got to look at his portal for a second or two as he was stunned, and then went through it. There was no further follow-up.
Remember when you got pulled through there even when you were stunned?
Yeah.
That was annoying. That was really annoying.
Right-hand side, Zap under pressure, trying to defend, forced to Fearno Evil and leap away, but still Marauder going in. He's got to be careful of the amount of damage he's taken, and there's Divios for turning this one around with the bludgeon. 1-for-1, support takes the jungler out, but the soloer takes out the solo.
I think that's worth overall for Eager. I mean, Zapman dies, but he's still going to be useful just because of Fear No Evil. Also, they shut down Marauder. Divios gets the kill. This is the person who's actually had the lead on him in the lane for so long. This is going to allow Divios to close that gap.
Well, there's a gold lead for enemy here, but it's not much, and I don't understand what's going really on here. There's fights everywhere on the map. Khaos picking up a kill in mid lane on his own by the looks of it there. Not sure if there's a bomb over the wall actually from onto where Shattered's position was. That he would look at the red buff.
And Aror needs to be careful here. He's the only one. Zapman coming out of base, but Fearno Evil's still down. And Aror, he recognizes it as well. Just going to back off. This could be an opportunity for the Gold Fury. Fearno Evil's still down. They've just picked off TheBest, but his ultimate is up in 8 seconds. And that's something they need to be aware of.
It's a 3-for-3 here because PainDeViande on the right hand side of the map too. Fearno Evil not available for Zap just yet, but Aror has that ring available. And so because of that, enemy respect their opposition.
But the thing is that they actually pulled Eager over to the left side, which means the right side was left completely unattended. We didn't see the invade, but it was a possibility there. And Khaos on this Agni, I mean, this is a scary pick that he's been able to utilize ever since Epsilon Invitational. And he's directly countered by the Odin, but Aror hasn't had the opportunity to force any fights.
Agreed. I feel like the Agni pick from Khaos here, he just recognized him a little bit quicker than some of the mid laners, bringing him back. But right inside, Divios being poked up by Marauder, who used his ultimate there. Eagle's Rally still available. It's not going to be enough for the kill, but he's trying to force it back in response. Divios trying to hold it, turns it in place.
I don't know about this one, and Marauder doesn't know about it either. He's going to find the 1v1 kill. A little bit surprising to see that. The Janus ult to the right-hand side, but enemy are doing Gold Fury.
Yeah, they get the Gold Fury if there's Zaps over here on the right, trying to gank Marauder with no real escape. Marauder happy to stand and bang with this one. Fearno Evil used, Marauder may fall. The Gold Fury, though, on the left-hand side did go the way of enemy as all this was going on.
No, Zap, don't jump in. Zap really wants to jump in, but this is not going to be something perfectly over the pin, overhand smash, outplayed. And there comes the taunts as well. Gold Fury, though.
Zap-ulated. Put me in Hunter, put me in Jungle, I'll still 1v1 you. It's not a problem. A big issue, though.
I will say Zap has not had the best game in Jungle overall, but that was really well played. Jumping the pin, the overhand smashes enough damage. That had to be perfectly calculated to know that he had the damage. Because if the overhand smash doesn't secure the kill, Marauder likely has the turtle back up, gets the shield, and Zap's dead.
Not only that, he's 2 levels behind on Erlang Shen there, and Erlang Shen with the Breastplate of Valor. Did see Marauder go back to base then for a second. He did pick up Meditate, but changed his mind. I'm not sure what he's gone for now. As we see the graphs, there's a 3,000 gold lead, and most of that is a Gold Fury.
And yeah, I mean, that was really what, I mean, basically, enemy recognized that Eager was putting so much attention onto the right-hand side. They just go for the Gold Fury. With Janus ult as well as the Hun Bats, I mean, that's it.
So into the jungle they go at the moment, and on the right-hand side, there's a bit of pressure to the tier 1 tower here. Teleport down from Marauder is Eager, looking to look around the jungle, see if they can find anything. They will find the Marauder one more time and put a bit of poke pressure on.
This is brutal. Did Aror not cage because he recognized the Phantom? I wonder if he didn't. Right? Because, like, that would have been a perfect gank onto Marauder there. Most of enemy weren't in position. The cage comes out. He completely negates the heal, but because of Phantom, he would have been able to escape out of it. I wonder if Aror recognized that in that single second.
Is there any follow-up? Overcommitted, though, is the boy Khaos, and he's surrounded. He's going to try and drop bombs, but he bit off too much more than he can chew. Eager, come up with a free kill.
Oh, the rotation from Fearno, though, means Zapman can't keep up the chase, and that's why you got to be careful when you dash aggressively as Agni, especially against an Odin. I mean, you're just going to get ringed immediately.
But why dash stun and not try and use the bomb? I guess you're getting range a little bit more than you needed to. Aror mid lane, though, he's going to be able to jump out as that one was clearing up minions.
I mean, here's the thing why you dash stun is because you guarantee the 2, and then if they jump away, you can line up all the bombs to connect with them.
True.
Whereas if you try and bomb stun, they may leap away, and you're not in position to get the flame wave off as well.
There was an Odin there.
Yeah, that wasn't the best choice.
You did that to an Odin, and the ring is available, but look at this. Diving on the right-hand side is enemy again. Instead. They're actually focusing on Aror, who's low on mana, but Zapman turns up, gets some good damage off into Marauder, but Marauder turns it in spades back onto him.
Yeah, just Zapman no ult there. Can't really force the fight. Aror's was down as well, and here comes Shatter from behind the wall. Zap's already fallen. Aror left on his own 1v3, and he's going to be running for quite some time.
But can Eager do anything elsewhere on the map? Not really. They're being pressured in the mid lane at the moment by Fearno, as Wowy and TheBest can't really decide what they want to do. Instead, they are going to commit onto Fearno here. Just a good job of juking out that ricochet.
Aror is still alive. And he's actually wasting a significant amount of time. You can see no mana on the side of Marauder. And actually, Eager going to take advantage of this and try and kill the Fearno.
The Sanctuary came through in time there for Fearno. He'll live. And maybe Khaos can clean this one up onto Fearno. He's trying to get away.
I don't know. Yeah, no. He's going to be forced back there. Had already used his dash. Wasn't going to be able to close the gap. Aror still alive. Meditation. But the tower will finally take out Aror. Check your watches. I think that was a minute of him just running around near that tier 2 and tier 1.
20 kills in less than 14 minutes in this game. 10,000 player damage from Marauder. 7,000 in the mid lane there as well for Khaos. Enemy at the top of the charts.
And this is surprising that this is this close because, I mean, Eager, they have a really good composition, right? Not only Zapman on a comfortable god that he's played quite some time for, you know, since the beginning of Smite, but they also have Aror on this Odin pick.
Maybe in trouble. He's not realized he's getting pinched from every angle here. There's the stun. Fearno Weaver didn't connect, but he's already below half. Forced to jump away. Has Shadow got anything? Good unstable vortex from Best, but there's no escape for Zapman. He will fall.
That's unfortunate there. Best trying to peel with damage instead of either using his ult or a portal to get Zapman out. That would have been very easy to escape out of that situation, but they try and kind of counter-initiate instead of just playing the safe route, and still enemy deep inside this jungle. Just going to put so much poke onto Wowy.
Seems really happy to fight here, enemy, and now because of that PainDeViande a little bit out of position. Wowy chasing down the ring on the mark just before the charge could get away, and that should be a dead Guan Yu, but the cavalry charge will slow them down a little bit.
He is going to have the stun here, but they just hold for now. Conviction keeps Pain pretty healthy, and Eager still trying to chase down this Guan Yu.
Look at left-hand side. Fearno just took a tier 1
Look
tower
how much
for
they're
free.
committing.
Tier 1 tower for free on the left-hand side because, you know, we saw Wowy could rotate all the way around. He can just head back to base now.
And this was, yeah, I don't know why Eager committed so much into killing this Guan Yu, including the Janus ult at point-blank range. I mean, there's no CDR online for Best yet, so that's 73 more seconds before it's back up.
Is it maybe a little bit disheartening from Eager now? Because it looks like they're just trying to fight a little bit more than look for objectives too. I guess enemy have put them in that position too.
It feels like both teams are just kind of brawling it out right now.
Yeah.
Neither really feel like they have the best objective play, although I would say enemy does, right? Not only with the Wrath, but also with the 2 Mage Burst ultimates to secure the Gold Fury. And they know it too. Gold Fury has respawned, already in position, and Zapman in the mid lane, needing to make the rotation here.
But Eager are here, and Wowy will lead them in for the time being, looking at the option. He's got the Suns available and Aror with the ring available too, but Wowy's found out it's not nice to go too far forward. Enemy, take him out immediately.
And enemy don't even reset, but Khaos dashed aggressively by himself. He's going to get isolated. Portal dropped, ring dropped, and Zapman finds the kill. Fearno and Pain combining, trying to chase out Zap. He's only level 12, and that stellar burst is chunking.
He chunked over half his health, and he'll fall down to Fearno there as well. Divios trying to keep people at bay in terms of Shattered. Gold Fury stands for now, however, but now it's a 2v4.
Aror still here, level 11, needs to be careful because he is not that tanky right now. Only has a Winged Blade and Mark of Vanguard. Level 1 Iron Mail is his most recent item. He's just not healthy enough to tank this.
Coming out there as well from Divios to keep him more tanked up, but Divios just got poked even heavier, forced to disengage himself here. Aror may need to help his solo laner because it's still Marauder. He's chunking him down one more time. The turtle comes out to stay in range.
He's got a cage, but he doesn't find Marauder on the edge, and Divios gonna get chased down, pinned. The jump from Shattered finds it.
And now
Aror left.
He's got no ring. He's going to get circled on as well. PainDeViande going to try and shred his protections, allow his solo and jungle to come in. Aror jumps away for now, but the cavalry charge is actually not even needed.
One at a time.
The burst comes through. It's Lemmings.
Just one at a time. Everyone on Eager piling into their own death. Divios fell, Aror fell, Best almost fell, Zapman level 12. This is the experience difference is really what's playing a big factor in enemy being able to pressure this out. Look at that!
And with the Guan Yu and the sustain, they can just continue to pressure in. Marauder will keep throwing out those pins, trying to catch a target and get them a tier 2 tower. And there goes Shattered.
I don't think Zapman can survive this. He has Fear No Evil here, but he doesn't have the jump. And the Ragnarok, just the bite alone, finds the kill here. Now under Phoenix, enemy pressuring forward. Best forced the ult just to try and distract them at this point.
Dio's going to slow them down too. I did like what I saw at Zapman there as we watched them try and pick up Fearno here, but Shattered's back in. He actually held his Fear No Evil to make sure the purification from Shattered went on cooldown, who used it early. But enemy looking at potentially recommitting here again.
This got very quickly out of control here. Divios and Aror right now, these guys are the front line for Eager, and they are levels behind enemy's primary carries. I mean, Fearno is just shredding through them. Look at that, that's 12,000 damage to his name. Marauder also with 14,000. This fight went on so long. Marauder, Shattered, PainDeViande, and Fearno are all out of mana after getting a meditation.
I'll tell you, I was excited about seeing 10 new rookies this split between NA and EU, but when I look at this, I'm excited to see what other substitutes we may end up seeing coming in, because both Wowy and Fearno, pretty good performances out of them today already. Fearno especially.
I mean, the main issue with them is that the NA Hunter scene is so talented, it's very hard to justify replacing any of the players.
Stun hits on the best, and Khaos going to have to dash away after being pressured out by Zapman, but Zapman followed him with the monkey. The bomb is on point. No, it's not, because it's slapped away by Zapman. Fear No Evil, and Divios is there to clean up. Zapman, one hit from death, Marauder's looking for it. He will find the kill.
Still a win for Eager, able to take out this Agni, and now Marauder by himself as well. The cage is good, and Eager quickly find 2 more kills. Zapulated once again. 1 versus 2, and Zapman still finds the kill.
That's so
He's only level 13.
That Soul Reaver from Best just made Marauder disappear. He's got no magical defense at all, and he was like, I'm still a Janus. Talking about that, though, Janus under pressure here, being pulled into the tower. Great ring to try and stop him diving too deep with his mid laner.
And the portal!
He's still going to fall.
The portal! Oh, but the 3-man wrap finds the stun. PainDeViande also locking away Aror and Divios, and Shattered's going to survive. The healing comes through, and the rotation from Wowy into this jungle not going to be effective, as Eager have already forced back the fight, and that was, once again, just so close. Just razor edge health bars every single fight.
31 minutes in, now an enemy looking to try and clear minions inside the tower range while 2 members of Eager are there, and Diva's going to take a bit of free poke, but he's tanky enough to just weather the storm for the time being with those disarms.
Doing a good job too, but I mean, still, enemy not wasting any time. Left-hand side, Fearno battling out for this red buff, and I think it did go into Wowy's favor, but he's 3 levels down and getting chased into his own mid lane.
Just a fight on the right-hand side the whole
Stellar
game
Burst,
here.
ooh.
Did force a Sanctuary, though, out of Wowy. I don't think it was going to connect overall.
No, it was just going to be out of range, but at that point, if he gets slowed, the Supernova comes out on top, and Wowy is going to lose that. He had just used Dive Bomb.
Enemy really want this tier 1 tower on the right-hand side. By taking this out, they do manage to get positional advantage around the Fire Giant a little bit more, forcing Eager to defend from tier 2 towers. And they're actually going to continue sieging up on the right-hand side here, as they did catch Best on the left, but he does have his ultimate available.
He's got to rotate back, though. He wanted to get some farm and split push. He's only level 16 compared to Khaos' 18, but with enemy forcing the issue, he needs to be there, and here comes the ring.
From Aror, 4 trapped inside. Marauder with the Phantom can walk back into it, however, as the Supernova hits in the back, forcing Aror back. The boys of enemy still alive, and the Meditate comes into play, but they're still looking for picks in the moment.
Zapman, he's just shy, can't find the kill onto Khaos, and with that meditation and the healing from Guan, this is going to be Eager forced back. That they had to all in. They committed perfectly, but enemy are just too far ahead in levels and experience. They were able to weather the burst storm, meditation, and now Guan Yu is up, and Eager have 0 ultimates online.
Falls down too. Divios just teleported back in and forced out his Wowy on the Ho-Yi. No leap available. Marauder still giving chase, but a good threshold from the Best will keep his teammate alive for now. Meanwhile, though, enemy mainly focused on that tier 2.
And Shatter's just this frontline player trying to distract everyone, is going to get in a little bit of trouble, but manages to escape just barely. Wowy pressured onto the Phoenix by Marauder. And enemy, they don't really have the people to siege this right now. PainDeViande is healthy, but...
Oh, they have conviction. That's what they have. They
maybe
have
they
conviction.
will.
And they can keep taking it in turns to try and siege this one down. Still no minions here. Zapman back in action. Takes a third of his health already from a single Stellar Burst. As now members of Eager respawn. They will be forced back. This could be an opportunity for him to chase.
It's a possibility here, but Zapman, his ult is up in 5 seconds, and that's going to tell him no. But, I mean, there just needs to be farm right now. Zapman is level 13 at 21 minutes.
Looking at baits in the jungle, going to force Best back one more time, but now because of that Pain, isolated from his teammates, needs help in the ring. Pain is dead.
He's dead, and it was a really beautiful pickoff by Eager. Once again, enemy just staying a little bit too long. I mean, the rest of the team was already out. And Aror, he has no cage, no blink for another 20 seconds, but the cage might be close. He's got the slow, and here comes the rest of Eager.
I mean, he doesn't have Disapparate to get away. Supernova, though, on the mark from the young lad. He won't get the kill. Wowy will get credit for it, but maybe get some help from Khaos and returning it. Zapman in the jungle, and the portals come through.
Yeah, they're going to chase straight through the Janus portals. Fearno evil back up. Khaos doesn't have any relics, and Zapman finds another kill. Straight to Gold Fury, but enemy, they're doing Fire Giant in the meantime, and neither team, I don't think, knows about this.
I don't even know if this Fire Giant's really worth it, giving it to the Assassin and the solo lane. The Gold Fury doesn't even get done. What?
They did. I don't think they knew where enemy was.
So what?
I
mean,
don't
they
think
must know now,
and Marauder's very low as well. Shattered should be able to take this out. And if Eager knew this was going on, I mean, these two players would have already been wiped. The Wrath secures it here, but once again, they hold it just long enough for PainDeViande to get Fire Giant as well.
I mean, they must have been so worried about the Gold Fury that with their health that they all returned to base instead.
Yeah, they just. I mean, look at the wards on the map right now, right? Eager has 2, and I think they just placed that. They have 0 wards on the right-hand side of the map.
Well, looking at player damage is what I can see on the left-hand side, and it's 21,000 for Fearno on that soul. Eager do return to the Gold Fury. Now they're well aware that the Fire Giant fell by how things went and how far away enemy were from even coming towards it.
I mean, this is enemy in both games have just been staying a little bit too long, I think, in these engagements, right? They kind of allow the Fearno evil and the ring from Odin's cage just to come back on cooldown. And I almost think they lose track of these ultimates because they're just fighting for so long continuously because they have those Guan heals.
I think they're just trying to push their team as a whole here to just like continue committing. Maybe they just stay, like you said, staying too long in terms of like, you know, they're checking how hot the water is every time. Like, oh, it's hot now. Should we put some more hot water in? Yeah, let's just see if it's even hotter now. Can we still sustain this? And then because of that, you know, they're finding these bigger wins.
To be fair, they still have a 10k gold lead, so they can pressure as much as they want, and it's okay to get behind a little bit, but I mean, they've held this 10k gold lead for about 8 minutes right now, so they haven't really been able to expand it at all. I think only 1,000 instead of the 9k they were at 17.
It's a shame they don't have the Fire on their carries, but the front line, all three of those frontliners do have it, so the regen is definitely there for this team as a whole. It's just important for Aror to really look at Fearno and Khaos.
It's really, we need to watch Khaos specifically because this is the player that Eager are looking to pick off, and Divios already poked out, needs to be careful. Best forced to purify as well, and Aror is back in his Phoenix.
And Zap falls back to base 2. Now they're looking at the Phoenix at the same time. They do pick up Aror, who was trying to drop the ring down, didn't even get a chance to do so, and Wowy falls back 2. Phoenix falls on the left, and enemy look towards mid.
We haven't even talked about this yet, but Khaos has a blink. We haven't really seen him be able to utilize it just yet, but just making sure if he does get blinked on by Aror, he can escape, but Auror's just dead on impact every single time.
Followed up by Shattered there. Can't catch Wowy, but will pick up somebody else instead, and it's Divios to focus. He's unable to ultimate to TheBest. Looking for a snipe play. Great damage, but it's not enough for a kill at all. Wowy goes in now through the portal.
He needs these kills.
He wants the kills.
Oh no, but the perfect sanctuary. Fearno saves alive. He goes through another portal. He can't find the last one. Wowy falls. Only Zapman left alive. He's got 9 deaths to his name. Hasn't had the best performance in the jungle. A couple nice plays, but this is enemy piling in here. 2 Phoenixes down, and I don't see how Eager stop it.
I don't think they're going to be able to at all with the damage they've got left here. Fearno Evil is on cooldown. The ring is down. That'll slow attack speed, but the bomb still reigns supreme as Marauder picks up Zapman. Enemy looking to 2-0 their very first game in the SPL 4 split.
It was a back and forth set. Unfortunate in game 1, DJ DCs, but enemy were still in a winning position overall. And then this game, I mean, Wowy was fine, right? Wowy was great from we saw. We saw him and Fearno go back and forth at it. Zapman in the jungle left. He had these highlights, you know, the big screen plays, right? Especially that 1v2 and the 1v1 against Marauder. But I mean, he was 3-10 when it comes down to it. He wasn't able to farm efficiently, and I think the team suffered a little bit because of it.
Well, you get 1 point for a single win. You get 3 points if you 2-0 your opposition, and that's why you can see Denial and Enemy at top of the standings after just day 1 here. It was a good performance from Enemy overall. That last game, a little bit bloodthirsty more than anything else.
I think so, bloodthirsty.
Game 1, very, very close, though.
I mean, just talking about the games all around, I mean, this is going to be one of the most competitive splits I think North America has ever had. At first, I thought it was going to be 1 through 7th was going to be a bloodbath. Obviously, you were going to have, you know, kind of those top cards of, you know, Eager, Soar, Enemy, the bottom cards of, I think, Allegiance and Envy, but I felt like they were going to be able to still take significant games. And then Randozo's come out in the first game and look great against Envy.
50% of the wins from last split in a single game. Pretty good start for those boys. North America hotting up already, and even though it's only the first day, we've still got another day of action from these guys, and I believe that's Sunday.
We have Sunday matches coming up. You saw on the screen we just had. We also have European matches tomorrow and Saturday. Panthera and Paradigm going to be closing out tomorrow's matches. I mean, that's going to be, I wanted to say game of the week, but we've had so many hype games, right? Snoopy comes up with a pentakill. Soars back and forth. LG looking very strong with Xeno and Mast as well. I mean, it's very hard to call this split for anyone.
It's very, very early in the days to do anything like that. And even just trying to get your picks in at home, especially if you're looking for those SPL ticket skins that are available, especially with that new Fafnir coming in, it's going to be a difficult ask.
We also, I mean,
also,
guys, we have a couple of promotions going on, but here's the matches for tomorrow. These are the European games, both Friday and Saturday.
Fantastic, and Cyclone will open the day, and the very end of Saturday, you'll see Cringe Crew versus Leftovers. The big one for you guys to watch, though, Panthera versus Paradigm. We mentioned it, the last game on Friday for you guys to tune in. It's basically the top 2 teams in Europe, which are very equal right about now in terms of how they play against each other.
And yeah, Panthera dropping a significant amount of games at the Epsilon Invitational, something I don't think they had expected to do at first. So maybe EU, kind of the rest of those teams closing that gap.
And you've also got Hungry for More versus Cringe Crew, which should be a hot one for that 3rd, 4th place matchup as well between those. Remember, we still have tickets on sale, and it's a special day today. We have a very discounted ticket on option for you.
25% off, guys. Go to hi-rezexpo.com. SPL is back.
It's
And
back.
if you don't realize that, well, then why are you watching the broadcast?
That'd be a bit weird.
You should, yeah. If you didn't realize and you're it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
This does expire today. So
Tonight. Midnight.
You've only got a few more hours left to get that 25% off, as well as all through this, we've got a chest on sale as well. This is to support the Louisiana flood relief through the American Red Cross. For every roll of the Independence chest between now and August 29th, $2 will be donated to the American
And those
Red
are
Cross.
amazing skins too, right? Not only the Canadian Moose, we got Raw America, as well as the American
Athena.
Liberty Athena, as well as the American Zeus. So a lot of country power coming out.
Can we hear your Raw America laugh?
No.
Why?
I don't want to do it. It's not good.
Okay. Well, that's pretty much all we've got time for today, boys and girls. The first day of the SPL has finally ended. But guess what? We've got another 4 weeks of action for you, so make sure you tune in before we even get to the lands.
Then 4 more weeks of lands after that. But don't worry, we're not done with lands. Then we have more lands on top of that with Super
Gauntlet.
Regionals. The Gauntlet as well is going to be there. We're also going to be hosting Challenger Cup finals here at one of the LAN weeks too. So a lot of exciting things going on here in the next couple months.
It's going to be non-stop till
Esports.
Christmas, boys and girls. Make sure you tune in. Thank you so much for watching from everyone from hi-rez Studios, all the casters, production staff, and especially Raymond Peckies. We'll see you all tomorrow for European SPL.
It's time for the Smite World Championship. The journey that these teams took here was one for the ages.
It's been a crazy year, and it's all led to this. Teams across the globe will take to the battleground of the gods to fight not just for the prize money, but title of the best Smite team in the world.
Welcome to the Smite World Championship!